Audie's podcast, WATP.
Blind Mike, of course, is my buddy. He'll be with us in Boston, hopefully after this, at the City Winery. But Blind Mike never misses a chance to take a shot at me when I'm not around for WATS or when he's doing the Blind Mike project. And Aussie guy's like, I think it's time that we put him in his place.
Yeah.
So what did you bring for us today? What did you prepare for us?
Yeah, well, you're right, Carl. He was sticking it to you a bit, dunking on you a fair bit. And also, look, I'm a listener to the Blind Mike project, and I think it's a great fucking show. And he's always, pretty much every first segment, he's burying the producer that's not there. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true,
He's talking about messages that, like, they sent him and really inconvenienced them and, like, just buries them for 5-10 minutes. You know, he's good at that. So he was doing that to Craigers one day. I don't remember what for. Because we all know Mike's goes off the handle pretty easily. But one day I kind of remembered some stuff, and I went, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to do a little bit of an investigation and see if I can prove that Blind Mike Geary is a giant douche.
Okay.
And
I like the premise. I like the premise already.
And thank you to Aaron Imholt. Fate this week brought up the fact that I was on a show with Aaron with Hughesy.
Yes.
Back 6, 7, 8 months ago. Who knows how long it was. Anyway, that weekend I did that, and it was kind of a big deal in the Dabbleverse, you know.
It was.
It got me a ton of subscribers and all that. Carl, you reached out to me, which, as you talked about, when Carl reaches out and it's not a reply to a message you sent him a month ago, it must be a big deal. You reached out, said good job, man. Even Melton was like mildly positive, still told me I let Aaron off the hook, but you know, he did say I did pretty well. And Blind Mike reached out to me that weekend as well.
Okay.
And his first message to me said, how'd you get an interview with Steel Toe? I was like, all right, very direct. Mike's a direct guy. That's
interesting.
Cool. Yes.
Also, it's really well known how you got an interview. He was on, you were on Hughesy's show, and Aaron was on Hughesy's show to talk about boxing.
Yes, correct. So I responded. It was on Hughesy's show, gave the details. Mike's next message to me was, what are you doing? Are you around Monday night? So I assume this is an invite on Blind Mike projects, you know?
Yes.
And I said that time, that kind of coincides, kids waking up, breakfast, school, all that. And at this point, I think I scared Mike with the time difference thing. This confused him.
Scares the hell out of me, too. What time is it where you live? What day is it? Does anyone know?
Yeah, it's Sunday morning at 3:10 in the morning.
Jesus.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, buddy. That's a commitment.
It's a great opportunity, and I appreciate it. So that spooked him, and you know, he's figuring out, what's this wizardry? You're having breakfast when I'm having dinner. That's scary. So Mike then kind of assumes
Mike thinks the Earth is flat. I think it's a flat Earth. That's why he was confused by that.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, Mike kind of thinks I'm as dumb as he is, because his next message was, what's your schedule 10 to 11 hours from now? Okay. So now I've got to look at the timestamp.
Right.
You know, now I'm solving
just to send a message from now. What are you doing?
Yeah. So now I'm solving a puzzle to unlock the secret time.
See, now, when I reach out to Aussie Guy, I make him do the conversion. I say, hey, it's this time Eastern time, but at least I tell him the Eastern time so he can figure out the calculation.
Right. Carl, Eccles Pineapple and I, Eccles is British. Yep. I'm Australian. We plan
Aaron thinks you're both Australian, but okay.
Yes, agreed. Yes. We plan our show on US Eastern time. That's how we plan it, because
smart.
We're in the Dabbleverse, and it's not that it's a great time, Eastern time, but in terms of, we both know that time, so it's easy to converse in that way. But anyway, Mike's making me solve a puzzle. I figure out the puzzle is it's 10/11 a.m. Eastern Sunday morning, which is
that's when he's on.
Yeah, and that's my time slot as well. I mean, it's 9:30 Eastern.
Right? Yes. You do United States of Australia as your show.
Thank you, and we'll get to that as to how much that gets mentioned over this. But anyway, so I figured that out. I message Mike back and say, I'm doing my show from 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll do about an hour. and then I can give you a little bit of time at that point. So I'm saying about 11 a.m. Eastern. I can give you a little bit of time after that. Bearing in mind, this is the day after the confrontation with Aaron. Times it, yeah, very good. This is my biggest show that I had ever done at that point. More people than ever tuned in that day to see my show. But
and he's still taking a fucking victory lap over it. All right, move on.
Yeah, great point. Great point. I'm just trying to set up, the situation here. So I was like, yeah, I'll do an hour. Go on with you. Mike says, I may send you a link.
Oh, so big time deal.
Yes, yeah. So that's
Opie style.
Opie style. Yeah. You be ready to go in case I send you a link.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And then that's the last I hear from Mike. All right. So this is where we're going to get to my first clip, Carl. So the next contact I receive from the Blind Mike Industries, I guess. I do a show. I just came off a show with Echo Pineapple. What's Your Handle? It's our Ricky Gervais show. Look back on Ricky Gervais with Carl Pilkington. We do that before United States of Australia every Sunday. And so this first clip 1, Carl, is during about 9:30 in the morning. So 11 o'clock was the agreed upon time that I'd mentioned that Mike said he may send a link to. So this is about 9:30 in the morning before United States of Australia. This happens on What's Your Handle, clip 1.
Hack rides here. Fuck. Aussie guy, look for a link on X to Blind Mike soon.
After my show, Hack Ride. All right, so that was the next contact I received. Still no time confirmation, but Hack Ride is mentioning that. Now, Carl, you're obviously friends of Blind Mike and a fan of the Blind Mike project. Can you imagine the hissy fit Blind Mike would throw if someone interrupted his show with that?
Oh, yeah, he would nonstop berate Craig or Hack Ride for putting it up. I've actually seen him do that when I put in a super chat, and Craig read it right away. He's just like, I don't know why you're interrupting the show with that, Craig. So, yes, I can only imagine.
Yes, so he would have thrown it. And so for me at this point, still no time confirmation. My head turns to the right. That's me looking at the clock going, you're sending me this at 9:30. Are you guys going at 10 against me? Because I've still received no time confirmation.
Right.
But so I finish the show. I go check my DMs from Hack Ride, and there's a link there, and it just says Blind Mike link. No time, no mention of, when this is happening. So I still don't have an official time.
Okay.
On, what this is happening. All right, I'll cut to the chase. I didn't appear on Blind Mike that day. At this point, I think we're going at 11. I finished my show at 11, and I immediately click on the link. Nobody's there.
Oh, shit.
And so I sit there, and then I message Hack Ride. Hey, what time you guys doing this? I'm running out of time. That kind of thing. Message Blind Mike. Sitting there playing solitaire on my phone, just waiting. Message Blind Mike at 11:15.
Can you make the story more interesting than you playing solitaire?
Yes.
By any chance?
No, I shouldn't have thrown that in. Anyway, at 11:30.
How'd you do in solitaire?
Did you win? Sorry, go ahead. 11:30. So it's 11:30 at night your time.
11:30 at night, half an hour after the original time I thought, right? Blind Mike messaged me, sorry, bro, we're doing it at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, hey, all right, this is the first time I've heard about a time. And I said, all right, I can't do that. I've been awake for ages. That's way too late, etc. So I'm left feeling like, did I fuck something up here? Did I get this wrong? Did I get the wrong time? Was I misunderstanding something? Very little communication, I guess, is the point. And I wasn't sure. I apologized to Mike and said, sorry to fuck you around.
Okay.
We go to clip 2.
Okay.
And this is thank you to Dang Lizard. Dang.lizard, I believe, is his YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Love Dang Lizard.
Love Dang Lizard.
€5. Mike, I know you can't see the clock, but it shows you're late and Lady K.
Oh yeah, we were very late. I apologize, folks, that because I didn't know what time I'd be home. I was hoping 11. I was very optimistic, but no dice.
I was here on time.
I appreciate everyone hanging out.
Also, the Aussie guy was here on time, so he was just chilling in the back here.
Oh, was he?
But he had to go to sleep. He was up for like 24 hours straight. So
I didn't factor in the time difference. I was like, yeah, you'll be fine.
Mike, what the fuck? He didn't factor the time difference?
Well, this is the thing, Carl. Like, factor in the time difference, Mike. I'd already established that your feeble mind wasn't built for that smoke. I don't need you to worry about the time difference. I need you to factor in.
Just give me our time, right?
I'm a human being that has a life, and I don't need to be sitting around waiting.
That is a dick move. You're right. He was really big timing you on this one. Just like, he'll come on the show when I'm ready.
Yeah,
he was opiating you. He was leaving you out in the green room.
It's fucking amazing. It's amazing you said that, Carl. You say that, Carl. And for the first and last time, I'm going to say thank you for Who Are These Socials on Thursday, because my clip number 3, it was manna from heaven to help set me up into the next section of this. This is you and Blind Mike talking about Opie on Thursday night.
Made him wait outside the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And not come in because Opie was just big timing them.
And that was one of the major Norton and Opie fights was Jim saying like, hey, that's rude to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly, even if Opie wasn't intentionally being rude, perfectly reasonable complaint.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell someone to get here at 9 and they get here at 9 and then you have them in at 9:30. It's kind of
Jeselnik said that there was a thing Jeselnik did. He called like Opie and Anthony. He was like, "Oh, it was just this racist show."
Yeah, I heard that on your show.
Completely reductive way. But one thing he did say that I did find interesting. He's like, "I went in there once and I had to wait for like 2 hours, and then they canceled on me."
Ugh.
It's like that is a crazy way to behave.
Anthony that was just this past Thursday.
It's just this past Thursday.
Perfect timing, as Mike seems to agree with you. That's a dick move.
That is a dick
to
move.
leave someone hanging like that.
What I love about the specific times you guys mentioned, like Carl, you said half an hour, which is the amount of time of my life that Mike wasted. But he could have potentially wasted an hour and a half of my life because he had no intention of telling me. It wasn't until I messaged him and said, what's going on? Because that was clearly what he said in the previous clip. He'll be fine.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't need to tell him. But what I loved about that is Mike said that's a perfectly reasonable complaint, right? Sure. And so following him fucking me over and wasting my time, I listened to his show and I enjoyed it, but he got some things wrong because he watched a clip. He watched the Doom clip, which we'll find that out later. But he watched a Doom clip that didn't have the whole show. A lot of people to this day don't know that Aaron and I talked boxing very cordially for 15 minutes before that meltdown happened. And Mike wasn't aware of that either. There was facts he wasn't aware of. I corrected him in DMs. And then there was the infamous DM that I sent Aaron that broke so many people's hearts. It crushed some spirits. But I gave Mike the exclusive on that DM, and he read that. So now we're into a second show of Mike talking about me, and not at any stage did he mention the name of my show, plug my channel, or anything like that. Okay. Not one mention during any of it. Right. So I put out a tweet. Sorry, that's the other thing. Mike called me. He said I was unnecessarily polite to Aaron Imholt, and I put out a tweet basically saying that unnecessarily polite, Mike. I apologize to you when you were an hour and a half late. Blah blah blah.
Okay, good response. Yep.
Yeah, and I also added to that, and you never plugged my channel.
Okay.
At any point, right? So my clip number, what are we up to? 4? Are we up to 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. My clip number 4 is a week later on the Blind Mike project. I get my plug.
United States of Australia, by the way. I guess I didn't plug his show enough. He was angry about it or something. It was very weird. But
well, that happens when you sleep in. I mean, wake up, stay up, and you get on the show. And you get...
Wait a second. So is Hack Ride or Casey Day in this part also blaming you for missing your
that way.
appearance?
It does come across that way, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. And I like that Mike turns into I didn't plug it enough.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't plug it at all.
Yes.
It's
yes.
very different.
Yeah. Now, look, Carl, I imagine there'll definitely be people accuse me after this of what a whiny
Putting
baby.
them to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Jesus Christ. What a whiny baby, right? And
Yeah.
look, Mike doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't owe me a plug. That's true. But that would be easier to swallow if it wasn't for my clip 5, Carl.
So the clip we have, I believe, is from our friend Doom, yes?
It is. Yes, sir. Great clipper on the internet. Make sure you check out Doom.
Yes, Doom, and I saw Stalin 19 had a clip. I'm sure all the clippers are going to have a field day of this as well. And like I said, go subscribe to them, because if you don't want our commentary, they make it very easy to find all the... like I just said, go follow our boy Doom. There is a catalog of Aaron making an asshole of himself.
Chuck
A lot of
Spears
shout out for
fire.
Citizen M. Go check him out. And check out Doom, who we got this video from. Well, so thank you to Doom for making that easy for us to find. Go subscribe to Doom. Big help today. And all the other clippers, I'm sure Stalin 19 and My Lost Interest and all those guys will have plenty from Aaron's reaction.
So what you're showing us here is that Mike is quick to plug channels when he wants to.
Yeah.
But not for the Aussie guy.
Yeah, and also in that, like, so Doom was the hero of the day, apparently.
Right. Anyone could get the video from Hughesy's channel and watch it.
Yeah, exactly. It saved him 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Now, Mike spent 90 minutes talking about 23 minutes of my life. To put that in context, he spent 60 minutes talking about Richard Pryor's entire life. So
a different show format, but I hear you. I got to stand up for my boy a little bit on this one. All right.
Point being, I think I earned a plug, but
I agree.
Carl,
I agree.
Well, we've established if you can save Mike time on his prep for his show, you're a hero. He'll plug you dozens of times, keep mentioning you throughout. So Doom clipped something for his channel to get views, right? So Carl, do you think, like, let's say I took some time out of my day and pulled a bunch of clips from OJ in the morning so Mike could bully him off the internet. That wasn't for my channel to get views. That was specifically for Blind Mike to do a segment on his show. Do you think Mike, he obviously, right, he mentioned my name a bunch of times, plugged my channel, thanked me for the time I saved him on his show? Or do you think he didn't mention it at all and just acted like he did all the work?
I thought you were giving us a hypothetical. You actually did do that for Mike?
Yeah.
I don't understand your loyalty to this prick Blind Mike. He's done nothing nice for you, and you continue to try to help him out. But I'm going to guess that he gave you no credit whatsoever and just acted like he sat through a very boring OJ in the morning episode and pulled all the clips. Aussie guy, I think Blind Mike is racist against Australians, especially those on the west coast of Australia.
Yes.
He doesn't respect your time zone, doesn't respect your time. This is outrageous.
Look, my thing was, I believe I can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mike is a giant douche. Now, I don't know if I've done that. You guys can judge if he treated me like a giant douche. I did also say to you, Carl, I could prove infinity, that like I deserved infinitely better on this situation.
Yep.
When you multiply any number by 0, what do you get?
You get 0. I know math really good.
Yeah. But like Doom got like 6 plugs and Stalin 19 got a couple of plugs for some reason. My Lost Interest, Citizen M. They could potentially, with the views on that show, infinitely get plugs forever. But mine will
now
always
you're coming
be...
off as a little bit butthurt, Aussie guy. Now you're starting to lose me. We get it. You made your point. You did a good clip package for us. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Who are these podcasts? WA